Aloha friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetaGhostMan, and today I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 1 of the STL. This is week number 3, in which we go against the Boston Kommo-O and their coach, Lev. His links will be included in the description below because he is a content creator just like I am. Check him out if you do so choose. I don't think he's going to upload his side of the game, but I will. But his information is still down below. Check him out. If you look on the side here, on the right side of the screen, you'll see my draft and his draft, just like every week. On the right, we will go ahead and hop into the team builder here in a moment, but I want to preface this video with a bit of a disclaimer with regards to last week's upload for week 2. Last week's upload, as many of you probably know, was uploaded yesterday, Friday, at around 2:30 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time, which is around 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you have not checked that out already, be sure to check that one out. It was a bit of a longer video, and I apologize for that, but it did go up, as I had promised. It did go up, and this is going up on Sunday, sorry, because Saturday's the day that I'm recording this, and Saturday's also the day that we had the battle. But yeah, Lev and I have already battled, as it is obvious. This is the team that we're rocking out with. Let's go ahead and go over it here in a moment. But yeah, like I said, his draft will be on the right here, along with mine. Mine will be first, his will be after me. Let me go ahead and also preface this video with the fact that up until this point, my record is 2-0 with +6 differential, so we're doing pretty good. But I do also want to preface this video a little bit by saying that whatever happens. It is a game. It is the game we play. It is what it is. All right. Even if I do get mad, it is a game. I don't actually hate anybody, even though my Twitter says differently, which, by the way, check that out if you have not already. And if you are curious to see why I bought what I bought as far as drafts are concerned, like why I drafted what I drafted in the STL season this season, the draft analysis should be included in the description below. Check that out if you have not already, as well as check out the previous battles if you are curious to see how we did to get our 2-0 +6 differential. The playlist to the entire league is included down below as well, and also is my Twitter. Follow me there if you're interested on, how things are going, updates, whatever have you. Twitter is down below as well. But I'm gonna stop rambling now. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the battle. I don't remember his draft off the top of my head, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so the first thing we have on our team this week is what potentially ends up being my win condition every week. Our Trojan Broom, the White Herb Shields Down Minior, 248 HP, max attack, adamant nature with 8 speed because I had 8 EVs left, put them in the speed stat, and then 248 HP because I need to be uneven because I am a flying type, and then max attack because I want to hit as hard as I possibly can, adamant nature again to secure that I hit as hard as I possibly can. I didn't change Alakazam's name, I'm looking up here now. Oh well. So we have the White Herb like we always do because Shell Smash, Shell Pop, and then Smash and Sweep, basically. Shell Pop, Smash and Sweep is the strategy with this. Shell Smash on my entry, let the White Herb pop to get rid of my defense decreases, then click Acrobatics, Stone Edge, or Earthquake. Shell Smash is for Shell Smash, and then Acrobatics is the primary move that has it has wiggle room to just about 2-hit KO everything except for the Umbreon in his draft. I basically 2-hit KO everything except for Umbreon once I go +2 with my shields going down. Even Umbreon I do around 70%, so that's not that bad. We have Stone Edge for his Zapdos, and then Earthquake is for like Mamoswine and other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. Because I don't have access to his draft at this present time, y'all do. But yeah. Earthquake was for something, I can't remember what it was for. What was Earthquake for? If I remember, I'll let y'all know. Otherwise, you'll find out in the battle what Earthquake could have potentially been for. Because I don't remember off the top of my head. Next, we have Voltronix, our Choice Scarf Manectric, as always, Lightning Rod, because Thunder Wave is potential. Shiny Manectric, obviously. 156 special attack, allows me to 2-hit KO everything on his draft, basically. It allows me to 2-hit KO everything. Flamethrower kills Assault Vest, Kartana, even with 156 special attack. HP Ground with 156 2-hit KOs something on his draft. I don't remember what. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and pop over to his draft here in a moment, because I can't remember. Oh, Heatran, that's what it was. Okay. HP Ground. Sorry, not the damage calculator. Team Builder. So HP Ground was for Heatran. That's what that was for. 156 special attack. Defensive Heatran gets 2-hit KO'd around 52 or so %. And also Earthquake was for things like Heatran as well. And then Thunderbolt is obviously just the stab of choice to deal with his Volcanion and things like that. We had 216 speed, timid nature, which allows me to outspeed Zapdos, which is the only thing on his draft I will outspeed, because the only things left otherwise are his Kartana, which is base 109, and his Megaladios, which is base 110. So I wouldn't have outsped them anyway. I would have outsped them with the Choice Scarf, but I wouldn't have outsped them otherwise. Naturally, I wouldn't have outsped them. So we had 136 special defense EVs because I can deal with the Volcanion that way. I can deal with the Zapdos that way. So yeah, I could have put them in HP, but it was better off in my Spadef to be able to take a hit. So the next thing we have is an unnicknamed shiny Mega Alakazam, which should have been Wise Guy, but I haven't changed it yet. I don't know why. But it is male. Like it should be. Mega Alakazam, of course. Alakazite. Magic Guard to start. We had 60 speed, which is enough speed for me to outspeed Megaladios by 1, which after Mega Evolving lets me hit 351 speed, which outspeeds Megaladios by 1, which leaves what am I saying? Which Megaladios' speed is 351. So that's what that is. 60 speed is the same speed tier we used last week for Mega Alakazam, because I outsped his regular Latios last week if he brought it. Because like regular to Mega don't actually change their speed tier at all. So we have 240 special attack, which is enough special attack for Shadow Ball to 2-hit KO off. I think it's either 2-hit KO offensive or defensive Latios. I'm not sure. Can't remember off the top of my head what the calc was. But it just about 2-hit KOs. It just about 2-hit KOs the Latios. That's probably the Life Orb attacker. I think it's a Life Orb attacker when I calced it. Psychic was to hit everything else. HP Ice was for Zapdos. Zapdos that is physically defensive gets 2-hit KO'd. Especially defensive also gets just about 2-hit KO'd with this. And then Focus Blast was for Umbreon, which we all know gets 1-hit KO'd regardless. 60 speed, of course, was to speed creep the was to speed creep the Megalodios, as we all know. And I was team building, and I could have outsped a Choice Scarf variant of probably Mamoswine, I think it was, but that would have required me to put 232 speed, and I was like, it's not worth. So instead, we have 208 Spadef, which allows me to deal with things like his Megalodios better. It allows me to deal with things like Sylveon better. It allows me to deal with things like that better in general. But yeah, so that's our Alakazam this week. After my evolving, it hits 352 speed, which is enough for me to outspeed the is enough for me to outspeed the Megalodios. Now, Magic Guard, of course, we know why, because immunity to Stealth Rocks if they're up, immunity to Toxic, and things like that. So, Magic Guard is the most viable of the abilities. Next up, we have a season debut, actually, in Nihilego. Nihilego has the Life Orb on it with Beast Boost, and the Beast Boost would have gone to his special attack by 2 points. The special attack would have increased with the Beast Boost if I got a kill with it. Life Orb attacker, of course, because Life Orbs. This week, this is my Stealth Rocker, because as you'll see on the team here, I didn't bring Landorus this week because this man has a Mamoswine, and I was like, if he brings Mamoswine, then I'm screwed. So I didn't bring Landorus for that. We have Stealth Rocks because Stealth Rocks. We have Power Gem for his Zapdos, which gets 2-hit KO'd with my 168 special attack. It's around 82%, so it does die after Stealth Rocks. HP Ground is for Heatran, of course, and then Dazzling Gleam for Umbreon. Umbreon, physically defensive, gets 2-hit KO'd around 55% damage or so. And I could have, but I didn't. I wanted the bulk a little bit. I wanted the bulk, really, is why I didn't do it. 232 again allows me to outspeed the base 100s, which is all I need to outspeed, because Kartana and Megalodios I will not outspeed anyway, because their base speeds are base 109 and base 110 respectively. So yeah, we have 108 HP EVs because Life Orb longevity. Maybe it lets me live a hit. I don't know. Next, we have Charlotte, our lead. Focus Sash, Galvantula, of course, just like always. Thunder, HP Ice, Sticky Webs, and Bug Buzz. Same thing as always. Thunder is the primary move of coverage. Sticky Web is Sticky Web. Bug Buzz for the Megalodios. And then HP Ice for Zapdos and things of that nature. We have max special attack, of course, because we need that. 192 speed, which again, as you'll notice, allows me to outspeed the base 100s by 2. Base 100s hit 328, I hit 330 with pretty much everything I have. The only things that will outspeed the base 110s will be our Trojan Broom, the Minior after it shell smashes and the shields go down. Our Choice Scarf Manectric, Voltronics, because it's Choice Scarfed, and Alakazam because it has enough speed to be wise enough to outspeed the entirety of his team. That's not Choice Scarf, of course. But I can only outspeed with this at base 108. I can only outspeed base 100s regardless. So I outspeed base 100s. Thunder, HP Ice for the Zapdos, of course. Sticky Web for Sticky Webs. Which, I'm looking at it now in hindsight, and Sticky Webs wasn't necessarily the most important of things for me to do. And then Bug Buzz, of course, was for the Lottie. Last but not least, we have a late game sweeper like we always do. 248 HP on Tapu Bulu with the Choice Band like every week. Grassy Surge for the recovery. 248 HP because bulky. 216 attack because I have a speed creeping setup on this Tapu Bulu. 216 attack because 216 attack is enough with the Adamant Nature. It is enough to basically either 1-hit KO or 2-hit KO everything with Wood Hammer. And then 44 speed allows me to outspeed Heatran and Mamoswine, both adamant, unspeed invested. Both adamant, no speed invested. 44 speed allows me to outspeed both. Because I think Heatran hits 196 on invested, so I outspeed it by 1. I think it is. I can't remember. But yeah, that is the team that we're bringing this week. Hopefully we do good. Hopefully we do good like we have been. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. But without further ado, of course, let's go ahead and hop in to the battle. As you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and adjust things a little bit because I forgot to adjust them. Otherwise, music needs to be off because we have music playing already. Dark because I like dark, and then slow normal so I can commentate over it. So as you can see, my opponent he didn't bring the Mamoswine. He didn't bring the Mamoswine, which I was like, welp, rip. But he did bring the Kartana, he did bring the Zapdos, and he also brought Volcanion, which is not something I expected him to bring particularly. But he also bought Sylveon and Umbreon together, which I guess is either offensive plus Cleric or double Cleric offensives. And then he bought his Mega Latios because that is the fastest thing on his team and outspeeds pretty much everything. And his Latios has a way to deal with my Alakazam that Sylveon cannot take care of if it does not have Shadow Ball on it, which we'll see if it does. As you'll notice on the side here, it says good now because I did have Mega Alakazam already Mega Evolved because in custom game it's stupid. So I did have to resend him the challenge, but we're good. Alakazam still has the same investments like it should. That's why I showed it to you guys in the team builder as base Alakazam instead of Mega, because I had to go in and change it. So it is what it is. And that's also why it wasn't named, by the way. Because when I changed it, I forgot to name it. Because it was a 5-minute rush. So, without further ado, I'll go over my team just a little bit again. Standard Minior, like we always bring. Choice Scarf Manectric with enough speed to outspeed base 100s. 60 speed Mega Alakazam, Modest Nature? Yeah, Modest Nature Alakazam with enough speed to outspeed everything on his draft, or on his team this week that is not Choice Scarfed. Nihilego with enough speed to outspeed base 100s. With our Stealth Rocks this week. Charlotte, our dedicated lead, with webs and a way to deal with the Volcanion and the Zapdos and the Kartana and the Latias a little bit. And then Bug Buzz for the Latias, of course, and then Woodhammer, Tapu Bulu in the back with Earthquake for Mamoswine, Superpower for Mamoswine, Superpower for the Umbreon as well, Woodhammer for the Sylveon, Woodhammer for the Volcanion. So yeah. So that is the team. Let's go ahead and jump into the battle so this doesn't end up being a super long commentary. My opponent's actually going to lead really interestingly, and I'm going to lead with Charlotte, like I said, dedicated lead. So we're going to go ahead and lead with Charlotte, our dedicated lead, and he's going to lead with his Volcanion. Now, right here, I had to make a decision. It was a quick decision. Because he led Volcanion, he knows I can click Thunder. He knows I can click Thunder because that's what I do. Charlotte Thunder, I'm pretty sure Thunder either one-hit KOs or significantly hurts Volcanion to the point that it will die. And so I'm like, he's not going to stay in. He's not going to stay in. He's going to switch out. So I went for Webs because I was like, he's switching out. It's fine. And I'm looking at it now in hindsight. Webs weren't necessarily the biggest bring, or the most important bring, for two reasons. One reason, two different executions of it. Defog, well, 2 reasons, 2 executions. Defog, as well as 2 Pokemon in the air. The executions, Zapdos and Latias. Both Zapdos and Latias can have access to Defog. So, in hindsight, I'm looking at it, and it wasn't necessarily relevant for me to bring webs. I could have in the late game put them up, but you know, right here I should have clicked Thunder, but I didn't. Yeah, so sticky webs go up, And this man pulls out a really interesting set. He pulls out Flame Charge Volcanion. Now, when this first happened, I was like, huh? Because I've never seen Flame Charge Volcanion, but I do know that it is a thing, and I kind of didn't expect him to have it, but it's excellent prep on his end, because oh my god, it's excellent prep on his end. It really is, because that is a good way for him to deal with my Galvantula, and then pretty much threaten everything else. So if I had clicked Thunder here, I wouldn't have had this problem, but mispredictions, misplays, things happen. It is what it is. It is the game we play, right? So it is the game we play, so it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead, and Flame Charge is going to go off again because he outspeeds me. He kills me. This turn, I did click Thunder, but it is irrelevant because he outspeeds me. He killed me. So Charlotte's going to drop. I'm going to go to Manectric, who is Choice Scarfed. But because he's double speed, he already outspeeds me even if I am Choice Scarfed. And I said in the team builder that we had 136 Spadef to be able to deal with the Zapdos and the Volcanion. Here's how. He's going to fire off an Earth Power, and it's going to clean 88% damage me. The 136 Spadef allowed me to live that and get a beautiful Thunder off on him. Or Thunderbolt. No, I fired off Volt Switch, which did 79% or something like, no, 69%. It did around 69% damage to him, and I was really thinking that's gonna kill, but it didn't. I guess he was a bit HP invested, so it didn't kill. If I clicked Thunderbolt there, I would have killed. But Zapdos Voltazorb is a thing, so, you know. But Volt Switch comes out, did 79%, so I have to switch out to something. I go into Tapu Bulu because I was like, he has Steam Eruption, he has Flame Charge, I can live one Flame Charge. And this man pulls out, oh my god, this man pulls out, he's a mixed Volcanion, just so it's established. He's a mixed Volcanion. He, I guess, had Steam Eruption on there, but he didn't reveal it, I don't believe. Yeah, he doesn't reveal it, but you'll find out here in a minute. He didn't reveal Steam Eruption, but I imagine in the team builder that he would probably have Steam Eruption for Minior. He had Earth Power, as he already revealed on the, on our Manectric. He's gonna reveal the move here in a minute, and then he had Flame Charge is his fourth move. So Flame Charge, Steam Eruption, potentially, Earth Power, and then he fires off a beautiful, he gets leftovers back, by the way, he's leftovers. He fires off Fire Blast. So his fourth move is Fire Blast. He's a defensive, so that's why it didn't pick it up, because he's defensive Volcanion with enough special attack to one-hit KO anything, or two-hit KO anything. So that's the thing. He clicks off Fire Blast, he picks me up. So he's mixed with Flame Charge on his set. So that's a good thing on his end. Tapu Bulu dies, and he's getting leftovers back, and he's also getting Garcia Surge back. I go to Mega Alakazam here because I was like, what am I supposed to do? I sat here and I thought about this for a very, very, not super long time, but it took me about 2 or 3 minutes to decide this. And then I thought, wait, Alakazam has 208 Spadef. I can live a hit. So I go into Mega Alakazam and Mega Evolve. And as you'll know, Mega Evolution gives me Trace. I catch his Water Absorb. He reveals Steam Eruption right here. I am immune to it. I'm able to fire off a Psychic and pick him off the field. So I'm finally able to pick him off, which is good. He goes into Zapdos, and I was like, okay, what do I do? Fire off HP Ice, which, as I said before in the team builder, I have enough special attack to 2-hit KO specially defensive Zapdos, so I'm going to guess that was specially defensive support Zapdos. So fire off HP Ice because HP Ice is a thing, and then 2-hit KO, and so I guess he's forced out. If I remember correctly, he's forced out here, but he's going to Volt Switch out, which the 208 Spadef investment allows me to live the hit from Volt Switch, even if he is offensive. Get Graciosa's recovery. He goes into Sylveon. And right here, I fear that he potentially has Shadow Ball. So I'm just like, we can't have that. So I'm going to go ahead and sack my Volcania, or my Manectric here in a minute. And as he does, in fact, reveal Shadow Ball. So it's like, okay, cool, he has Shadow Ball. Fine, big deal, we're good. So I'm going to go right back, or the grass is going to pop out. I'm going to go into New Lego right here because he can't do anything to me. Sylveon Hyper Voice can't one-hit KO me, so we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chance to put my rocks up, go ahead and take it. His speed drops on his Umbreon as he switches out, because I guess he predicted me to Sludge Wave, which is a good prediction on his end. But I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Dazzling Gleam, which that's, I think, specially defensive, because I had enough special attack to 2-hit KO him, which is just about what I'm doing. Just shy of it, actually. But I don't get the 2-hit KO, and he's going to get leftovers. I'm Dazzling Gleam again, and we do around, how much do we do? We do around 36%, so that leads me to believe that Sylveon is physically defensive, Zapdos is probably physically defensive as well, and then this thing is just a fat, specially defensive freak. So, what annoys me about this match entirely, no fault of his own because he's prepping for it, but he brings a really annoying set. In Foul Play, that's fine. That still does a whole ton of damage, which is annoying. But he brings Wish. Wish Cleric Umbreon. So I'm just here, Dazzling Gleaming away. He just keeps wishing. Dazzling Gleam is eating at my Life Orb, which is why I had the longevity on it. He clicks Foul Play again. He gets his Wish back. So we're just here doing this. He gets his leftovers. We're Dazzling Gleaming again. Life Orb. Wish. Dazzling Gleam. He's actually going to protect right here. Because, duh. Because he's a dingus. He wants to protect to catch his Wish. Which is a good play on his end, but I'm just annoyed at the fact that he bought Wish Protect Umbreon. I see why Nappy hates it so much. Wish Protect Umbreon is annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. If I had Calm Mind on Nihilego, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That would have been a day. But that's misprep on my end, so it is what it is. So he's gonna catch his Protect, he's gonna catch his Wish. I take Dazzling Gleam, Life Orb comes out, he clicks off another Wish at the end phase because he knows I'm gonna die. So at the end of the day, he comes out unscathed. I go to my Minior because I'm like, okay, I can just basically sweep at this point. Somewhat-ish, kinda, sorta. So I'm gonna Shell Smash up here like I always do. My defenses drop, my White Herb pops, so I'm +2 everything, so we're good. He clicks up Toxic. Now, for those of you who don't know how Shields Down works, Shields Down, the shield is a type of barricade protection that I learned this in the HBL, by the way, in my match against Aaron, who also drafted Minior. But I learned this in the HBL that while the shield is up, I am immune to hazard inflictions, such as Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, or Toxic. So that's something that he didn't know, but he learned. He fired off a Toxic, which I guess was his way to deal with my sweeping set, which is a good prep on his end. So I'm able to smash up. So he's like, okay, well I have Foul Play, big whoop, right? He thinks he can kill, but I did the calcs, and his Foul Play, even with my +2 special, with my +2 attack, he does around 67%. So at best, he's gonna break my shields and give me the sweeping capability, right? So he gets off his Toxic. He fails to get his Toxic off, so I'm like, alright, we're good. So I'm gonna smash and click Acrobatics, right? His Wish comes off, he clicks Acrobatics. Acrobatics does around 64%, which is exactly what it's supposed to do to a physically defensive Umbreon. So I'm like, okay, we're good. His Foul Play can't kill, his shields down will go, my shields will go down at this end phase, and I'm pretty much set to sweep everything except for this potential Mega Latios because it can live, or it should be able to live because it's bulky. But unfortunate things happen. It is the game that we play. he clicks off his foul play, and he's able to kill me. There's no variation in which he should have been able to outside of the critical hit he got. Now, he got a crit, he killed my Minior. At this point, Lev pretty much wins the game. But I'll let the rest of the match play out. He pretty much wins the game at this point, because I can't beat Umbreon, I cannot beat Latios without losing my Alakazam, and then he has his Kartana and Zapdos in the back, as well as the Sylveon in the back sitting there. So he pretty much cleans up at this point. But the thing that bugs me is how this happened, because yes, it probably didn't make a difference end game. It did make a difference for differential's sake. It does make a difference for differential's sake. Not too much though. Because his next play, even once his Umbreon dies, if it does, is probably into his Mega Latios anyway, because he knows he can sweep. So, you know, it is what it is. He gets a crit, he kills my Trojan Broom, who didn't get to pick up his room and sweep, unfortunately, because Umbreon is a fat little dick, and I hate it. So, Minior drops, his shields don't go down because he dropped immediately. His shields would have gone down. I go to Alakazam, catch the Synchronize because good prep on his end as well. And I have Focus Blast for this thing, and I'm like, okay, we can click Focus Blast, we'll be fine, right? But we all know Focus Blast is called Focus Miss for a reason. And we all know how my luck is with Focus Blast. We all know this. It's never gonna hit, right? So I click off Focus Blast because that is the play. And of course, I miss, right? Of course I miss. Why wouldn't I miss? Why wouldn't I miss? He clicks off his foul play, but I am 0 attack IVs with 0 EVs as well. So the foul play gets absolute minimum damage. So I'm able to live because bulk, I guess. Which is interesting because Alakazam normally doesn't live a hit. But I'm able to live. Click the next Focus Blast, because that is the only play I have against this thing. Click the Focus Blast, and I'm able to pick up the Umbreon. But at this point, he brings in Sylveon, Kartana, Latios, or Zapdos, and I cannot kill anything, because Latios kills me at this point. Mind you that the Zapdos would probably have died, because I click off HP Ice again, I kill it. But I cannot one-hit KO Latios. I cannot one-hit KO Kartana because I don't have I have Psychic, but I'm not going to kill it. Sylveon, I do around 33-35% to him. And then the Zapdos I do kill because I do about 55% to him. So he's going to go into his Sylveon next because he knows I can't do anything. 88% after Stealth Rocks with a speed drop. I click off Psychic because that is my optimal play. Although I can't do anything to him. Because like I said, Damage Calc says physically defensive or especially defensive Sylveon do around 30%. So I'm going to click off my Psychic. I'm actually going to get around 45%, which is a mid-high roll on a physically defensive variant. Mid-high roll on a physically defensive variant, especially defensive variant, 35 to 40% roughly. So maybe that was specially defensive, but it's looking more and more like it was physically defensive. But either way, Psychic comes out. He lives because he's going to live. I had 2-hit KO'd on him. I do 2-hit KO. He clicks up his Hyper Voice, is able to pick up my Mega Alakazam, and we lose the game to Lev in a 4-0 fashion. It would have been a 5-0, but fortunately I am able to pick up the Umbreon. The differential loss goes down, but I do still lose, so that drops our record to 2-1 with +2 differential. Now I don't know how the rest of the week played out, but if the rest of the week plays out exactly like it should, as I'm hoping it does, our seed in the league, our 4th seed in the league, which is really sad because fuck, right? We're 4th seed in the league, and the team that we need, the team that drops us down needs to score a 3-0 or higher to pull us down. If my opponent, if the remaining team doesn't pull 3-0 or higher, then we are still here in the 4th seed. We are still here in the 4th seed, so at the end of the day, the differential does not change our seed placement. We are still top 5 in the league. We're not top 3, but we do at this position qualify for playoffs. I don't know if we'll make it to playoffs because we still got a long ways to go. And our league commissioner is top seed 2-0 plus 9 differential. Next person down is 2-0 plus 8. And then our third person and myself are tied at 2-0 plus 6 each. But I guess that the execution differential, meaning win-loss record, also indicates the seed placement. So we're currently placed 4th in the league. We'll see how this week plays out as far as dropping us down, but I don't see us dropping down. But anyway, next week we will be back for week number 4. Week number 4 of the STL season number 1. I don't know who we're going against. I could find out, but I'm not going to. You'll just find out when we find out. When I find out when I go to team build. So y'all find out when we find out. It is what it is. It is a good game to love, of course, because things do happen. It is what it is. It is a game we play. It is the game we play. Crits will happen. Low rolls, high rolls, things will happen. I hate him for Wish Protect, but it is how we play Umbreon, right? That is how you play Umbreon, so it is what it is. Be sure to expect us to do better next week, because this prep wasn't necessarily one of my best. Because I looked at Lev's team and I was like, I'm probably going to lose this, and I did. I wish I lost 3-0 though. But you know what? It is what it is. It's close enough. It's okay. If it was anybody else, I would have been sad if I lost. But if it's Lev, I'm fine with losing. Everybody else, not really. But it is what it is. Our league differential, our league standing doesn't really change. It is what it is. It's okay. We're here. That is a good game to live. We'll be back for week number 5, of course. No, week number 4. The hell? This is week 3. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said earlier in the video, check him out. His information is linked down below. He is a good friend of mine, even though I shit-talked him on Twitter. I was like, I hate you because you toxic stalled me, and da-da-da. He didn't really toxic stall me, but he wish protect stalled me. So I was like, I hate you for that. I was like, nah. Fought him, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna stop rambling now. GG to Lev, like I said. Back for week number 4 next week. We are back on schedule for not HTL. We are back on schedule for STL, so we're good there. The regular content will return to the channel again on Monday, like it should, like it has been. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, because y'all don't know how much it helps me as a person, how it makes me feel good too. It makes me feel I'm good enough. Hopefully I'm good enough. I'm sorry that I lost and that I disappointed the Clearbodies fans, but I'm hopefully going to do better next week. Hope y'all stick around for that, because one loss doesn't change the entirety of the progression of this season. Back-to-back losses might, but one loss does not change the progression of the season. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's that. With that being said though, I will see you guys again next week for week 5 of the STL. No, nigga, stop saying week 5. Week 4 of the STL. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're interested to see what else this channel has to offer as far as content is concerned, competitive content, league content, future STL battles, then be sure to drop a sub, because you don't want to miss out if you don't want to miss out. Also follow me on Twitter. My link is down below, where I'll tweet things out like, you know, STL goes live this time, yada yada yada, things of that nature. So be sure to follow me on Twitter there. And I think that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now, because I've been rambling forever. I will see you guys again in week 5. Or nigga, stop saying week 5. Week 4 of the STL. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until your next STL video, until the next video in general, this is your boy, Metagross Man, the coach of the Texan Clearbodies, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is your boy, Metagross Man, out of here. Bye, y'all.